the Freddy Krueger claws to the eyeball of Caitlin Clark last year. There's a laundry list of evidence. Look, at this point, DiJonai Carrington should have been suspended, fined multiple times over.
What if the league's most dangerous player is hiding in plain sight? DiJonai Carrington's hair-pulling and eye-swiping incidents have fans demanding answers. But here's the real question. Why isn't the WNBA stepping in? Is this behavior being protected at the expense of its rising stars?
She's not a dirty player. The league has rescinded fouls. Yeah, the league's rescinding flagrant fouls on you because it's run by a bunch of cowards.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Let's talk about one of the most shocking moments in recent WNBA games, the hair-pulling incident. It happened so fast that some fans had to rewind just to believe their eyes. DiJonai Carrington and Sarah Ashley Barker were scrambling for a loose ball, nothing unusual for a tight game. But then, Carrington reached out, grabbed Barker by her hair, and yanked her back.
This is premeditated. This is calculated. Look, there's no confusion here. None. Look at her.
On the replay, you can see Barker's head snap back from the force. To make it worse, the referees barely acknowledged it.
She reaches up and drags this player to the floor. I mean,
The call? A loose ball foul. The arena buzzed with disbelief, and fans online exploded.
What are we...
Whoa!
What are we letting DiJonai Carrington get away with?
How is this anything but flagrant? That's what everyone is asking. But here's the thing. This wasn't an isolated moment of heated play. DiJonai Carrington has a past that's raising eyebrows and the stakes. Take the undercut on Skylar Diggins, for example. It's one of those plays that looks intentional the second you slow it down. Skylar goes up for a layup, and Carrington slides under her, causing a hard fall.
This is just the other day on Skylar Diggins. I just did this video. Dirty ass foul.
It's the kind of move that's not just dirty, it's dangerous. And then there's Caitlin Clark. Carrington's swipe at Clark's face didn't just slow the game down, it left one of the league's brightest stars clutching her eye and fans holding their breath.
The Freddy Krueger claws to the eyeball of Caitlin Clark last year.
These aren't just random fouls, they're patterns. This is where it gets frustrating. The league has stats on flagrant fouls, and Carrington is a glaring outlier. 3 flagrant fouls in 1 month? That's unheard of. Most players might not rack up that many in a season. And yet, somehow, these plays are either downplayed or missed in real time. Even commentators have called out the lack of accountability.
I'm sorry, Kathy Engelbert, your league looks terrible. And you look completely benign as a commissioner.
During the Caitlin Clark incident, one announcer said, "No way they let her get away with that." And yet, they did. Now, fans aren't just questioning Carrington, they're questioning the system. Social media is flooded with calls for action, with many saying suspension isn't enough. It's time for a permanent ban.
Very physically injured. At this point, DiJonai Carrington, forget about it. You won't beat these allegations.
And honestly, can you blame them? The big question on everyone's mind is why the league is standing by while this keeps happening. The WNBA's silence on DiJonai Carrington hasn't just been noticeable, it's been loud. Despite the damning footage, mounting flagrant fouls, and fan outrage, there's been no statement, no fine, no suspension, nothing that says the league is even aware this is happening.
What, the third issue from DiJonai Carrington in 6 or 7 or 8 games?
For a sport that prides itself on elevating women's basketball and keeping players safe, this lack of action is starting to look less like oversight and more like indifference. Fans are asking, how many more dangerous incidents will it take before the league finally steps in? The stakes couldn't be higher, especially with Caitlin Clark being such a focal point of the game's future. Let's be real, Clark isn't just another player. She's becoming the face of the WNBA. Her ability to draw fans, sell tickets, and grab headlines is undeniable. So when someone swipes at her face during a game, risking an injury that could derail her career, it's more than just a bad foul. It's a direct threat to the league's image and its biggest rising star. That swipe wasn't just caught on camera, it went viral. And every replay of it sends the same message. The WNBA isn't doing enough to protect its players. The silence becomes even harder to defend when you think about the league's public stance. The no room for hate campaigns, the branding of empowerment, the values it claims to live by, it's all starting to feel like empty slogans.
Because if you really know ball, now hell no. You're grabbing people's hair now and dragging them down. There's a laundry list of evidence. Look, at this point, DiJonai Carrington should have been suspended, fined multiple times over.
Fans are pointing out the contradiction. How does a league that's so vocal about respect and safety allow something like this to go unchecked? Critics, including former players and sports analysts, aren't holding back either. They're questioning how the WNBA can stand behind these principles and then stay quiet when players' safety is on the line. Now, the frustration isn't just aimed at Carrington, it's squarely on the league itself. The narrative is shifting fast. Fans aren't just demanding accountability from a player, they're demanding it from the system that allowed this to happen in the first place. This isn't about one foul, one player, or even one game anymore. It's about whether the WNBA is willing to protect its athletes or if it's okay with letting them fend for themselves. The WNBA is at a crossroads, and its decision on DiJonai Carrington's future could change everything.
Y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. You are. Let's not get confused. I'm sorry.
Will they send a clear message that reckless, dangerous plays have no place in the league, or will their silence continue to protect harmful behavior? Fans are waiting and watching. So now it's your turn. Do you think Carrington deserves a ban? Or does the league share the blame for letting this go on for so long?
There's no confusion. She reaches up, purposely grabs this player's hair, and drags her to the floor.
Drop your thoughts below because this is about more than one player. What does the WNBA's inaction mean for the future of women's basketball and its rising stars?